Oh, welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Roselore Serafina. We are heading in to do some more quests, moving along with our current main scenario, doing some side quests over in East Thanalan. Let's see what Esmore says. Be silent and take my gill. Pray forgive my outburst, good madam. It is only that I owe Father Iliad my life, and an opportunity to give him something, no matter how small, sets my spirit afire. That's right, we're collecting money for a gift for Father Iliad, who has looked after his people well and they wish to repay the favor. Let's go and talk to Elunid. Good morrow to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? I came to give him his pocket watch. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passage of time? Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I'm given to understand that its cities are filled with all matter of amazing technologies. Marquez said that it belonged to the deceased? Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Ghanaian spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marquez manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trade, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. It does, doesn't it? Ooh, we just got a coffer. Like a weapons coffer. Level 34. You know what? Let's not open that with this character. Let's open that with one of our other characters. Definitely. Elunid has our next main scenario quest, Bringing Out the Dead. Sister Elunid is staring at you with great sadness in her eyes. I recognize you now, Roselore. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Oh, I know, I remember this. This really, when I first encountered it, this really shook me because they died. Or I thought they died. But we now know they were taken prisoner. I know there's something to be said for actually slowing down your playstyle and reading what goes on. Just extract the materia out of here. Maybe we can rebind it. Oops, that was bad. 1, 2, and right click, extract materia. Yes, we're going to rebind some of our material. Let's see what we've got on hand. We won't upset the chicken. Right click, I can't meld onto that. Right click on this. No melding. What about this? I can meld onto this. Radio. I would... Well, let's have a look in our roll. Tenacity and piety helps with our roll. So why don't we increase that? So we'll grab our piety material. Lost 2. Oh, there goes my bird. He's just bored. I've bored him to pieces. We're just going to click on that. Piety material 2. You must be a level 44 disciple of that. Well, there goes that idea. Fine then. We shall have to increase our crafting at some point. We'll get there. We need to go down for the next question. Oh yes, we're looking for people who might want to help with this gift. Let's get that done. Well, I think that's what we're doing. He better not be down as in underground. Oh, yes, he is down as in underground. I think he's in let me just bounce over there. We'll just come this way. Right. Maybe he's in here. No, not here. I know, I'm lost. I admit it. Could be here though. They have like chambers in here that we can visit. This looks promising. Haha! Zozoru. A gift for Father Iliad. Of course, it does not take Thal to see the good in him. It warms my heart that Brother Baron would go to such trouble. Thank you both for your efforts. Alrighty. I know, now I'm trying to find this other person. I think this is the person we're going to buy the gift from, because now we have the money, we can do that. Looks promising. Aha! Ermengarde. Greetings, Roselore. Brother Baron said you might be coming by. A gift for Father Iliad, he said. Yep. We have some money for you for that. The good father must be a man much beloved from the weight of these sacks. I've given this matter much thought. A consignment of high-quality spices arrived just this day. Mayhap cinnamon cookies would suit. I've received many a kind word from my customers about my cookies, if I may say so. I've also observed the good father linger at my store whenever a fresh batch was to be smelt coming out of the oven. But the only times he spent his gill on cookies and cakes, it was for the children of lost hope. Oh well, then we shall reward his looking aftering of people. Let's grab the Chocobo. Come on, Fluffy. Time to run. And time to head on up. I know, it looks like we're going in the wrong direction. We really aren't, I promise. So what we're doing, I'm just looking at my music. Mayhap I should turn that down? I don't know. It's going to be a little bit before I get and check this, so I might just bring it down just in case. There we go. You're just going to swing around this foot like I keep forgetting to do and head on up back to the church. There are a goodly few number of adventures to be done in this area that will help you level. Although I'm starting to worry that I might be leveling too fast and I might hit the level cap. Oh, we'll find out. Father Iliad. Good morning to you, Roselore. What brings you to this place? I have some cinnamon cookies for you. What? How? Cinnamon cookies by Thal. A gift, you say? From Brother Baron, Brother Esmor, and Sister Zozoru? How kind they are. I could tell them there was no need, but our order teaches us to see a need despite the needy's disavowals. I shall thank them from my heart. I had a son, and through his happy marriage a daughter. Well matched they were, and well met. Their house smelt of good things like this, and there was always an open peg for my cloak and a glass of mint tea. When they died, Oh, Father. All right. Let's go and talk to Baron. Mint tea next time, right? We have to remember to go with his cookies. Baron. Was Father Iliad pleased? Oh, that is good, and I believe it does his heart good to give word to his sorrows. That is what we tell the bereaved and the Lichards. Their grief must be both shrieked and spoken. I had heard that Father Iliad had suffered a great loss in the calamity, yet his heart grows as large as a palace, and scores dwell there in the haven he makes of it. Would that some day I am half the man he is. Oh, me too, me too. Alrighty, it looks like we're journeying back to the Waking Sands for a very solemn duty. So, let's check the area for quests. Wow, it's quiet, isn't it? And let's check the area for... Well, let's just teleport. We need our backpack. We need our letter. Vesper Bay Transport. Let's go. You back and forth to Vesper Bay so much. Eventually you get to know the way. Let's grab our chicken. I can always do with my chicken. Makes me feel less lonely when I play. Go on, chicken. Fluffy. Mind you, I don't mind playing on my own half the time anyway, so it's not bad. You get used to it. And there's a certain freedom in it. You're not holding anyone up. Vesper Bay Shopkeep. Hey, you don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damned Imperials. Pah. I don't know what quarrel they have with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you from round here before? Or do you just have one of them faces? Oh, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to all the bodies to the lit yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folk are starting to turn. Wow, there's a heart of compassion. You know, when I first looked at these guys, I seriously thought that I saw some of my companions in amongst them, but I didn't. Let's grab these guys and get them off. We'll make sure they have a grave that's marked. Now, can I pick up more than one at once? I can. Alright, let's do that. I know, this seriously traumatized me when I first played. I'm like, oh my god, can't I pick up my friend? Man, I hope she does not end up in a, yes, that would be bad. Let's go, we'll take these bodies away. Here you go. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll be complaining if you're rough. No, but I'll be complaining. You treat them nice. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip? Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Man, I know. I guess if he does a lot of this work, he's a little bit immune to it. That's so funny. They just look so happy dancing. It's such a counterpoint to what we're doing. Oh, good. Well, let's pick up the big fella. Oh, alright, the little fella. I was going to put the big one on the bottom. Man. See, I thought that was Urianger first time. And I was terrified that was a Shola. I can see it's not, though. Come on. Norexia. I know, right? Poor little Norexia. Well, let's go this way. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. Attitude like that, someone's going to kill you long before. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lit shard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. Your wish is my command. Pretty sure yeah, Camp Drybone. I reset it because we were going to spend some time up in East Thanalan, so we needed to get that done. Alright, let's go. I think I need Fluffy to carry me the last few steps. It has been a grievous long journey and my heart is weighed. Oh man, it has actually. Forgive the dark humour. Oh, if I don't laugh or cry. If I am laughing, I probably am crying. Not all the time though. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, let's talk to Eluned. Eluned, I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we've begun to preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I'd like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we'll treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Alright, thank you. Another main scenario quest. Bury me not on the Lone Prairie. Sister Eluned wishes to discuss one of the scions who perished at the Waking Sands. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We'd like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. You know what? I can do that for you. Norexia, let's go. Gets to be 36 degrees here. If you're wondering what the rattle and scuffle and bump is behind you. We have two large active dogs. And rather than force them to be inactive during the day or put them out in the sun where they'll overheat, what we do is we'll take them out so they can do their business, and then we tend to take them. We play with them inside where it's cooler, and they can run. So so they're chasing a ball up and down my corridor at the moment. We don't have carpets, so we're pretty good. But they're so funny and so happy all the time. We just yeah, a little bit of indoor play for the pups. We're going to help out with this thing, this fate. We're going to stop the spread of the disease-carrying gnats. We're going to sync our level. We're going to take these little bugs on and take him out. Get him, Fluffy. I know, I wasn't going to do any of this, but you know what? They're picking on the sylphs. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Alright, just excuse me. Oh dear. Uh-oh. I know, I'm about to get stung. The downside of air conditioning, of course, is that it dries everything out, which is also the upside, because, yeah. Because it keeps my computers out of a humid environment. There we go. Let's get this one, next giant gnat done. I know, I'm a little bit scared to take on a duty at the moment after yesterday. I feel like I was just terrible. But anyway. I mean, I know I got player commendations. I don't think they do that out of pity, so I can't have done too badly, but oh. That was such a rough run, that last one into Orenvale. It's tough on your healers, Orenvale, because they actually have to look after themselves, otherwise they tend to fall over. But yeah. But Zamails is also very tough, and I didn't know. Hello, beautiful. I didn't know about the light. Ah, I know now. My dog is going to get me killed. I've got one sitting on my feet, and the other one's a little bit hyper and hasn't learnt that she's allowed to relax. So so part of her training, of course, is to get her used to knowing that she's allowed to just sit and chill. And she hasn't learnt that yet at all. Goodness me. Let's just get that giant gnat. We'll drag its attention away from the sylph. Fluffy. Fine, you can have your bug. Come here, you daft bird. I think you need healing. And again. And again. All right. Now you look a bit better. Let's go. We've helped them with that. Let's go and wow, we've got some more materia to extract. We'll get that out of the way too. That one. Extract materia, yes. And this one at the bottom, our boots. Extract materia from them. Alrighty. Go to our healer thing. And Comuxio. This one is surprised to see walking one in Little Solace. How can these ones assist walking one? I'm sorry to bring this to you. Norexia! But this one does not understand. So, um, there was an attack. I'm sorry. Camuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace. But why? These ones have not requested further aid. I had to bring Norexia back. Norexia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Norexia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Norexia? Norexia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Norexia at the end. Tell this one that Norexia was brave. Tell this one that Norexia did not suffer. She was brave. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Norexia home, Walking One. This one's also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones this one will remember this kindness. All right. Oi, hang on a minute. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. Well, when the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Noraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Oh no, you've upset a sylph. Okay, what are we doing? I'm about to have a visitor. Alrighty, what are we at? I am looking at my missions. Bury me not on the Lone Prairie. Return to Alunid. We will. I can't use my home. There is a limit to how many times you can use your home, and there's a cooldown in between. So let's teleport for 120 gil. Owie, owie, owie. Although, if I'm honest, it's not that bad, right? I worked out the other day I needed something like 25 million gil to be able to have a modest townhouse on a medium property. Either that or my maths is wrong, which is probably, I'm trying to run on memory. It might have been only, 10 million or so. Or so. It was a lot. I have a long way to go and a lot to save. I don't think even my main character has that much. But I'm not playing the markets or whatnot either. So I know I was, yeah. Sigh. Just getting there. Slowly, slowly. We will be fine. Let's talk to Elunid. We thank you for your service to the Church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please, take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Roselore. Alright, we have linen bandages for Disciples of War. I will grab those. And then we're going to go find our next main story quest. So these ones, there are a lot of them, but they're quite short. Marquez. Marquez believes he's being watched. I'm not imagining it, Roselore. I know I'm being watched. This is different, sinister. It's as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. Sure, Marquez, I can do that for you. You're not crazy, so therefore you've seen something. Your subconscious has seen something. I see it. I don't think I can jump over either. Oh, yes I can. Roselore. Destination. An Imperial Frimentarius. Where did you come from? Well, it doesn't matter where you came from. You're in a graveyard, so burying you isn't going to be hard. Who's next? He can't have been alone, right? Let's go and let him know. Let Marquez know that he wasn't imagining things. He was being watched. Poor man. Marquez, you were not mistaken. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he, perhaps, know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Father Iliad. Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Well, he had this imperial short sword and was wearing a uniform. This is Ghanaian steel, which means the man who was watching Marquez was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. All right, I have boots of war. Oh yeah, we'll take the boots of war, and hopefully one of our warrior characters can get some use out of them soon-ish. Ooh, a cutscene. Alpha, no.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait,
Marquez? Oh dear.
Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
He had tools all along.
Cid, was it? Here.
I've
These
been calling you
belong to you.
Marquez. These belong to you.
I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life.
Oh.
But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
And you don't, Father? Tell me the truth.
Who are you? Alfino Leveilleur, At your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the 3 city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Coerthas as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse,
Oh no.
in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet,
Uh-oh.
therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
Uh-oh.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship?
Oh, Sid. Marquez. Whoever you are.
Wait.
Oh my goodness. There's a change.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Yes, Sid, they do. Welcome back. Oh my goodness. He who waited behind. All right, let's see what Father Iliad wants of us. He who waited behind. Father Iliad has some parting words for you and the others. What a curious twist of fate of that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Roselore. You wish to find this airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gubu Wall of Uldar. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Coerthas. It is true the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, like the over-Foregord float. The closest settlement to Coerthas may be the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world has need of you and the scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Roselore. All right. Speak with Athelmar in Foregord Float and show Zazawaka the sticks of Vilekin repellent. Well, let's just make sure Zazawaka is not in Thanalan. He is. Rightio, we're going to go to Blackbrush Station on the way. Get that get that quest off our plate. grab our budgie. Come along, budgie. All right. Speak with the. We're not going to speak to the Silver-tongued Showmaster, not unless we want to start another class. And Samurai might be an interesting class to try next. Let's try running in the right direction. There we go. Good pups. Yes, good dogs. Alrighty. Over this way. Into the caverns where it's nice and cool and we're out of the heat. Zazawaka, how did I know you were going to be a Lalafell? What business do you have here, stranger? Oh, you come from the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I do. I have some Valkin repellent for you. Ah, the Valkin repellent. The good father told me last moon of this plan. He's a man that keeps his word, and it was kind of him to have you deliver it. Did he tell you where and how these are to be used? I fear I have little knowledge of alchemy. Right. He may have done. Let me just pop these down for you so that you guys have some mosquito-free. Get out of that. Let's pop these down. Vile skin repellent. He's very good. Is Father Iliad. So he says if we place these around the camp, we should be able to reduce the amount of annoyances you guys have. Plagued by indecision. Well, nothing very indecisive about this, let me tell you. Here we go. All right, sprinkle the repellent. I may have to zip back to see Father Iliad yet, but we'll see, Zazawaka. Thank you, stranger. This place may seem wretched to you, and none here would deny it is, but last year it had the look of a charnel house, so fiercely did the pestilence rage. Tell Father Iliad we owe him a debt of life. I confess, though, I wonder if we are saved from a plague only to perish in war. We have little love for Garlemald here, and news of them who burned our homes travels fast. What chance does Lastove have against a force that plucked our amigo like a ripe peach? Fight or flee, we must make plans, yet few have ears to listen to me. They have too much fear already, too many demons to slay every hour. Nope, we need to go back to Father Iliad. Of course we do. Alright, hit return, Camp Drybone, let's go. Okay, and I can't teleport up to the church, so I'll just grab my big fluffy budgie and we'll take it for a ride. There's a lot of toing and froing in the game. And while it's sometimes a little bit annoying, it does help you learn the lay of the land. And down, darling. She's like, I want cuddles. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's my girl pup, and she's spent most of her life in a box. So when we try and encourage her to be out of the box and to roam with us, she gets quite anxious. So we just try and keep her calm. Eventually she'll get used to it. Iliad. Thank you, Roselore. Sometimes for what ails us in thinking we find relief in doing. The ministrations to exiles is one of the duties of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I pray that someday, with the grace of the gods, they may find again what they have lost. Alrighty. Right. Now we've completed all of the quests in this area. Let us go and find Athelmar at the Foregord Float, which is actually not far from Camp Tranquil, so we might have to kick off the next part of our White Mage quest Soonish. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's go. We have Ethelmar, which would help if I went on the right bridge. There's so many bridges in here. Here's another spot we should go fishing. What do you reckon? Find some fish in here. Ethelmar? Is there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Waterford at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure as to what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. You are absolutely right. We will have to look for a man of Master Garland's competence. Let's go. Let me just make sure I'm pointed out the right gate. Yeah, I'm not. We need to go past the guardhouse and into the desert, into the barrens. I don't know what you call this, Badlands maybe, and up the hill to there we go, Waterford. You've come in search of Waterford? Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember the day. Oh, cold reception. Waterford wishes to tell you of the final flight of the Enterprise. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Carteneau, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. No, they would not. Let's go and speak with Ludovois at the observatorium. We might actually just ride to the observatorium. It might be just as fast to do it this way as it is to go to Camp Dragonhead and ride down. So let's just see if we're right or wrong. What did I see up there, I wonder? Yeah, it was pretty quick to do it this way. Got to admit, I think that might have been a good choice. Ludovois. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare, and what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd! As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Friendly lot. Level 35 gear. Ooh. No, that's Disciple of War again. And the all classes gear is. Let's go with that. I will try that on some of my other characters later. Okay, the Unending War. Ser Ludovroy is doing his utmost to intimidate you into leaving. Alone, have mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. All right, let's go and find their missing man. How far out do you think he is? All right, it's walking distance. It looks like there's a few wolves out there. We'll get going. Wait, I saw something over here. No. Oh my goodness. I need a bunch of Kobo. Whoops. I know, we can do it. I have an assault bird. You know what? I'm doing all of these quests and finishing them, and I'm doing it without my without any XP boost. I'm a goose, aren't I? Yes, I am. Alrighty. So before I go any further, then let's grab something to eat. Rightio. We'll aid the keeled overnight. If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I pray the rumours were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. And he runs away. Alright, well, we're faced in the right direction, I guess, or we might have been. We'll just take our budgie for a walk. I might take him for a run, actually. It wasn't that far, was it? No, we were really close. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Ludovois. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. Yeah, you reckon? We're a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we're without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Thank you. I would go and do so. Alrighty. Sidonia, the Battle Warden. I'm pretty sure Sidonia gives me Grand Company quests. Edmel. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Ser Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you had persisted with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Follamore up above. Thanks, Edmel. All right, let's go see Follamore. I know it's really hard to steer. And yes, I have fallen off these stairs before. Oh no, they want me to go up another level. Here we go. I know. Faces dragons and wolves and whatnot with complete fearlessness. But give her a set of stairs up a tall tower. Oh boy. Alright. Oops, back this way. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Guillain. Pardon the intrusion, Follamont. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillain, you honor us with your presence. The lady was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandaz's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst travelling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. Actually, we do the same when we hike out back, especially in the hills around the McDonnell Ranges. Hello. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Okay, the Unending War. Josiah, you have a quest for me? Men of honor. Josiah is attempting to attract your attention. You there, madam, I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be of a great comfort to me. I can do that for you. Oh, wait, I've got to go downstairs? Sure, I'll go into the dangerous snowy wilds, brave blizzards and monsters. But what? I have stairs? I know. It's not good for your character if you fall off these, by the way. It's much better once your bird learns to fly. You can ride your bird up the stairs, and then it doesn't matter if you fall off because he flies. But until then, you have to navigate them very carefully. And I've forgotten the secret of flying chocobos, so I'll work on it. You'd think I'd remember, actually. It's one of the most momentous, useful, wonderful things that you can actually have, but no, apparently not. Let's go this way. All right, we've finished... Wait, is that another quest? We've got a Lev Met. We've got a Battle Lev Met. Ah, okay. So I'm going to assume that all of those are Levs and repeatable quests, and I'm going to ignore them with this character at this point. However, when we're bringing up our next character with no quests to go on, those are the ones we're going to be doing. All right. Sorry, a character. When we're bringing Roselore back up to speed with an alternate job, because you can have the same character and different roles that you can switch between. I really like that about this game. I don't have to start a new character to experiment with a whole new way of fighting or playing or doing battles, and I get a whole new storyline that I can play with the same character. It's kind of good. Yes, if you're under level 40, do not wander through here. like this. You'll be fighting all of those guys. They will go, oi, what are you doing in my nesting area? The established astrologian. Hi, how are you? Do you need help? You're looking a little cold there. Are you alright? Oh, what a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the exile were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. You're welcome. Let's go talk to Josiah. She could have warned me that they were, wow. That's kind of really redneck, isn't it? You're not like us. You believe differently. How dare you? Oh my goodness. Where's my bird? Why, yes, I am thinking of riding up the stairs on my bird. Why? Why do you ask? I mean the stairs inside the tower, not these ones. Oops. And I'll probably do just as well. Where am I going? Into the tower. Here we are. I know, this is why I have so much trouble in battles. You know what else I love about this game? The fact that doors are open all by themselves. Now when riding your bird at speed up the stairs, try and kind of shove his head into the wall as you move forward, and that should keep you away enough from the edge to not fall off. Maybe. Unless you're like me and you wobble all over the place. Oh, I can't tell you, that gives me vertigo. Alright, hi Josiah. I know, they think I'm a barbarian anyway. It doesn't matter if I ride my bird inside. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you're eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honour-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. That was kind of her. She didn't have to do that. Alright, let's, oh wait, is that... No, that's definitely a down marker on that quest. Rightio. And I remember once I was complaining about there being no up or down indicator on quest, but if you have a look at that one in our mini-map with a tick, you'll see it's got like a tiny little golden check mark at the base of it. I'm not going to look up there at the moment till I get down these stairs. Otherwise, I will get down the stairs in a very rapid fashion and not the fashion I desire. Alright, so basically, if I go M for map, right, you can't see it there. Like, alright. Actually, the check mark's gone now because I'm actually down on the same level. My bad. Alrighty, let's go find... I think I've got to talk to that snotty-nosed knight again. Well, he's not. He's just really duty-bound. We'll find him. Oh, no, it's not him. Uh-oh. Portelaine. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you've given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Fine. I will aid you one final time. Let's go with the gauntlets. Ooh, 3 for 3. Main story quest. Lord Portolan requires that you perform a third task on behalf of House Durandare. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task I should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I'd have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helenart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. I see. It's all about the politics. I hate politics. I love the way Gubus eat. They're just like, so laid back about it. I'll eat this. That looks ominously sparkly. Recover the stolen wares. Alright, be on the alert, Fluffy. We're about to have trouble. I promise there will be trouble. I'm not ill-wishing myself, I just know how these things work. You are being watched. I'm going to zap him into the middle of next week. And sick my chicken on him. That one too. Just got to watch my health. We've got good skills and a high level, but we don't actually have great... Oh, very good, Fluffy. Great armor. And that's a problem. What? Fine, I'm not suffering a status affliction now. Alright. Come on, Fluffs. We did it. We can mount from here too, by the way. We don't always have to go over there. We will always blow the whistle, even though the bird is standing right next to us, however. So these are the level 30 to 40 quests, and we're kind of a little bit above that. So that's the other reason I'm really glad this game lets you go into other jobs. Alright, Portolan. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? I do. I have 3 crates of it, in fact. God's bless you, friend. It's all here, every last, but... Wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me! A draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helenart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Helenart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. What if I just stepped in? 'Cause it stinks. Right, guys. On that note, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We are going to head on out. I have another main story quest to take on, but that'll happen next episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I will check you later. Take care out there.